Hi folks, welcome back to the workshop. So, this is going to be part 2 of the Ruston PB restoration. You can see since the last episode, which was taking it all apart, quite a lot has happened. So, we've got the first coat of green onto the engine itself, and the flywheel is off and the crankshaft is out. I didn't bother with the valves because the seat actually looks alright on them. So I never actually bothered taking the valves out. I'll just clean up around them because, like I say, the seat looks alright on them. Paint, this was just the first coat of paint. It's had 2 coats of primer, and this is the first coat of paint. I've also primed inside the hopper, which you can't really see. There's newspaper in there to stop the paint dripping in, because we don't want to have a green hopper inside. It's all red oxide inside, which is how I like to do my hoppers. If we go up to the workbench, you see all of the parts there. Also, new oil scraper ring on the piston, which, as you know, it broke when I was cleaning it. So we've got a new one of them on there. There's all of the fixings and nuts and bolts in there. Up on the workbench, all the state of the workshop is a bit of a mess. The fuel tank's there, wants probably one more coat of paint. That is the governor cover there, the carb, the valve cover, and then the crankcase door, which, as you can see, I'm doing all the red on at the minute. So that probably wants one more coat, and then touching up green where there's been red overspill. This is the paint I've been using on it. Mainly, I would have used Paragon, but main reason for using this was because I still had half a tin. So I've used that half a tin and then got a little 250mm one. This is the primer I've been using, Vapormatic light grey primer, and that's what I've been using for using Humber enamel, gloss 19 for the red bits. I've also, in the house upstairs, on the workbench upstairs, got the ID plate, which I've been filling in red where it should be red. The other parts. Here is the governor mounting. That's for the mag mounting plate. Just wants a little bit more polishing up, but it's almost there now. So yeah, if we go outside, I got the flywheel outside. So, like I said, it's a bit of a mess in here at the minute. Here's the flywheel. It is off. I've just not got round to sanding and priming it yet. I've got a load of pictures of removing all the parts and priming them. Just inside the door here is the crankshaft, which again wants sanding down and priming. The plate it mounts to, there's the exhaust, which again wants sanding down and repainting black. Yeah, so we'll get a second. I'm going to put a second coat on this today, and we'll see how it turns out after that. I've still got the head to sand down and the pulley to sand down and prime, but it's getting there. It's getting there. I wouldn't say slowly. We made good progress. We had about a 2-week break because it was away having the key drilled out, and I just didn't get round to picking it up for a while, so that's why there's been such a break in the videos of this. If I show you the parts tray here, you can see we've got all of our There's our points. That's all mag fixings, ID plate screws, piston, wing nut for the oil drip thing. So yeah, head bolts all in there, and then there's a few parts in there that have been primed. That's what the bubble wrap is. They're all wrapped up in bubble wrap. They've not been primed, sorry, they've been primed and painted. They're all wrapped up in bubble wrap. A little trick I've been using so I can paint the bolts in situ is put them in a little bit and then mask the threads off. That way I can paint the tops of the bolts, the head of the bolt, without having to put them in cardboard or anything. So that's how I've been painting them. Other than that, there's not a lot else to show you. I haven't done anything to the pillar drill because I'm going to wait until the engine's done. Same for the trolley. Going to wait till the engine's done until we modify the trolley. I'll show you the red oxide in a minute. So that is all the inside red oxide, as well as I can without special tools. Also, I didn't want to take this one off. I've tried. It's pretty well on there, and I don't want to crack anything. So, it wasn't worth the risk. Red oxide, this is what I used. I just used Hammerite red oxide primer. I did used to use Hammerite to prime the whole engines, but I was never keen on the finish that it left. So I just use it for the hoppers now. And it does a nice job with the hoppers, and it's fairly long lasting. And I think they look nice in red oxide. So, yeah. But that's a little update on how the PB is going. Not a massively interesting video, but it gets an update out for this engine, which I've been meaning to do for a while. I wanted to wait until I'd done a bit more to it, so it was a little bit more interesting. Other than that, that's about it. If you did enjoy, please remember to subscribe, give the video a like, and I'll catch you in the next one.